You know, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch, and I think one lady just proved it. After an Audi delivery truck smacked into her car, the dealership then told her, you know, we'll fix your car, and in the meantime, why don't you go get some lunch on us? So this woman took it upon herself to invite her mom and rack up a $1,000 bill at a very fancy London restaurant. Now, does that remind you of anything? Maybe the woman was perfectly within her right, but she was running up a bill because someone else was going to pay the bill. Now, Chuck Rocha applauds this woman. He's liberal because he always applauds when someone else picks up the tab. That's just the way he rolls. I'm kidding. Deneen Borelli is here and says, you know, it's a lesson to all taxpayers. So, Deneen, your point is, you know, we live in a country now where everyone wants more and more and more as long as they don't have to pay for it.
This is social moral chaos. International,
that's what I tell Chuck every day.
National, yeah. She took advantage of the situation. But listen, you look at Tom Brady. He's been on the news all day, you know, apologizing. I didn't know, I knew, I didn't know. A-Rod, he's still playing. Where's the accountability with these individuals? But this is a lesson learned for this garage, the Audi garage. Can you say gift card?
They offered there, and so that is what it is. But the bigger issue to me, Chuck, is that it's perfectly human, and I don't blame this woman at all. If someone's going to offer you a free lunch, go for it. I've taken, you know, friends out and all. Sometimes they're not big fans of Fox. It might strike you as liberal friends, but they're perfectly happy me picking up the tab, and they're perfectly happy ordering a couple of appetizers, a lot of desserts, and as long as they're not paying for it. And I'm wondering whether this is illustrative of the way a lot of taxpayers think. I want all these, you know, benefits and programs. I just don't want to be the one to pay for it.
Look, I don't think it is. Neil, I don't think it is. I think that all of us have a negative connotation of a used car dealer. I think we've all been trying to figure out a way to get back at him. Kudos to her, and kudos for taking her mama with her. I think that there are people out there who want to every day feel like they get taken advantage of, whether it's a car dealership or somebody else who has a little bit extra because they got a little bit of money, and good, honest American taxpayers like me feel like if we get a shot to give it back to them, let's give it back to them.
You don't think that there is a way you could extend this to the way in this country people are doing? Let's say you demand double the minimum wage. You demand free college. You demand all this. And you're perfectly fine making these demands as long as you're not the one paying for it.
The people have been demanding for a long time, but the richest 1% of us are making all the money. We haven't seen real-time wage increases in 20 years.
Well,
we can demand all we want.
You see what I'm saying? That if you are not the one picking up the tab, of course you're going to keep running up the tab, right?
Well, what I'm saying is, as a small businessman, I'm paying more taxes than corporate 500 companies. Let's just make it fair so we can all have a chance to succeed.
Deneen, what do you think of that?
Well, here's another thing. You know, there are a lot of individuals who feel that they are entitled. So I totally get your point. And have you watched The Walking Dead by any chance?
No, but I think they're Washington.
Yeah, well, people on their own trying to survive. You trust them. You bring them into your camp, and they'll take your food, and you're dead before you know it.
Right.
So people will take advantage of situations.
Again and again.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. How do you kill them? You can't, right?
Through the head.
Through the head. Okay. So, not that we're wishing this upon you, Chuck.
No.
But do you think,
absolutely,
Chuck, that you know, we can joke about this one what it is, but I do subscribe to the belief that everyone should have skin in the game in this country. That the one thing that Mitt Romney got raked over the coal for, and he should have gotten raked over the coal the way he said it, is he told me it was inelegant to talk about the 47% who don't pay any taxes. That something's wrong in this country when nearly half don't pay federal income taxes, some for very good reason. But everyone, I'm not saying at a 35% rate, 39%, but everyone's got a skin in the game. Then you will be very careful about where that money goes, right?
You will be very careful about it, but we have to address it at both ends of the scale. I'll be very fair about that piece. People who don't have lobbyists who can make special loopholes for themselves end up getting the raw end of the stick. So every now and again, when you get to give it to somebody, you want to go get all you can get.
Fair enough. All right, well,
he's
a vindictive person, which I admire.
A lot of takers, and we do need more people with skin in the game, absolutely, because they will abuse the system and take advantage of it.
But I could imagine if I took Chuck out, he wouldn't abuse it.
Well, you would trust me with your credit card,
we'd go 50-50 like we're supposed to.
And get the twist-off wine, which always tastes better to me. And I would be
I'm used to wine
and all
in a
that
box.
other nonsense, please. All right, well, these